Does the Bible say anything about women being pastors or elders? When you thumb through the good book, you'll find that the Bible does touch on the topic, but it's one of the more heated discussions. Firstly, we've got to consider the historical context. We're talking about a time when society was unquestionably patriarchal. Some argue this means it's an outdated context, but others believe that the Bible's teachings are eternal. There's a specific passage in 1 Timothy 2:12. I do not permit a woman to teach or to assume authority over a man. She must be quiet. It appears pretty clear-cut and restrictive from this, but if we start unpacking different theological viewpoints, it's a Pandora's box. There are other references like in Titus 1 and 1 Timothy 3, where Paul describes overseers elders as the husband of one wife, which seems to suggest a male. However, some scholars argue that Paul's wording here refers to fidelity rather than gender qualification. Now let's swing to the other end of the spectrum. There were definitely trailblazing women in the Bible. Take Phoebe in Romans 16:1, where she's referred to as a deacon. And of course, we can't forget about Priscilla, who was right in the mix of early church affairs. To sum up, you've got a spectrum of interpretation, from considering these texts as culturally bound to their time, which would mean they're not applicable today, to reading them as absolute for all times, which restrictively rules out women from these roles. Here in Portland, Oregon, just like everywhere else, you'll find a variety of churches landing anywhere along that spectrum. Some congregations are inclusive of women in pastoral or elder roles, while others stand by traditional interpretations barring women from these positions. The key takeaway? The Bible certainly mentions women and leadership, but the real question isn't just about what the Bible says, it's about how we interpret those words today. Different groups will land in different places, and it's one of those topics that illustrates just how diverse Christianity is in its understanding and practice.